So this is a little hip opening flow to help release any tension around the hips, the lower back, to get the creative energy flowing, also get that energy flowing up into heart space, and hopefully giving us that little bit of lift that we need on these winter days. So we're going to start in tadpole, big toes together, knees wide, and just settling down. You can either stretch your arms out and just let the head rest onto hands, see how the shoulders are feeling, what's comfortable for you. The wider the knees, the bigger the stretch into the thigh and the inner groin, so you might want them a little bit narrower or a little bit wider. See how your body's feeling today. And we'll start with a few deep breaths here. Each time you breathe out, body relaxing down towards your mat. Having a little check-in with how you're feeling. Connecting with your mat, your breath, your body. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And coming up onto your hands and knees. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. And we'll start with some big circles, massaging through the wrists and the knees, and that movement translating up into your shoulders, your hips. So we're transferring the weight from one side back to the other side and forwards. You can go a little quicker or slower than what I'm doing. So find your rhythm, get that energy moving through your body as you breathe. And then if you haven't already, change direction. You might hear a few clicks and clumps, and that's okay. Sign of our healthy joints chatting to us. One more time. And then coming back to center. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up into downward facing dog. Don't worry about the heels coming down. We'll have a little walk of the dog. So you can press the heels towards the floor. Just bring a little bit of energy into your legs and your feet. Feel that nice stretch down the back of the body. As you inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. And bring it forward to the outside of your right hand into lizard. You may want to keep the toes pointing forward, or maybe out to the side a little. So find the angle where you can feel the femur, the thigh bone, slotting into your hip socket without any discomfort. And then we'll take some circles here, just as we did in those cat position. We'll take little circles here, massaging into your hip, and also into that back foot. Try and keep the back of the neck long, so you're looking at the floor in front of you, rather than dropping head down or overextending your neck. Get a little bit warmer now, because we're having to use our core to support us. Change direction if you haven't already. And then coming to stillness, walking your hands round to the long end of your mat, toes are turning out, and we'll bend and stretch one leg then the other. Bring it into a gentle yielding vinyasa. You can do this with hands onto thighs or hands to the floor. Try and keep some length through your waist. And worrying less about the stretch and concentrating more on the movement, that transfer of weight from one foot to the other, energy moving up your leg across your pelvis and down the other leg. Trying to shift some energy through the pelvis. So we're taking the first part of this flow into a little mandala, so don't worry if you can't see me in a moment. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So walking your hands around to your left foot, so to the back of your mat. Maybe turning that foot out a little bit so you find where this thigh bone sits into the hip socket. It might need slightly different angle to the other leg as our hips aren't symmetrical. And once you've got the position, we've got these little circles massaging into the hip. Keep the breath slow and steady. Keep the focus on your body. Change in direction if you haven't already. Back to stillness. Stepping your left foot back into your downward dog, so you'll be facing the back of your mat. Walking your dog, just as we did before. Lifting your right leg up towards the sky, sweeping it forward to the outside of your right hand. This time we're going to lift the right arm up into a little twisty lizard, lifting through the back of the sternum, heart to the sky, and then releasing the hand down, walking to the long end of your mat, moving back to that yielding vinyasa, bending one leg, stretching the other. Walking them around to the front of your mat into lizard pose, your left arm reaching up now, opening heart to the sky. And then releasing the hand down, lower the right knee to the floor. Allow your pelvis to feel a bit heavier. So like we would in our dragon pose in our yin practice, we're sinking the pelvis down towards the floor. Get a little bit more opening into the hips. You might need to change the angle of the foot slightly. You're going to keep your right hand onto the floor and come back into that twisted lizard. So lifting up, belly button to ribcage extends as you open the heart to the sky. And we'll circle the left arm. As it comes around in front of you, you can ease out of the rotation and the extension, and then find a little bit more openness, a little bit more back bend and twist as the arm comes around. We'll do this 2 more times. Breathing in, lift up to the back of the sternum, open heart, lifting out of that right shoulder. Breathing out, 1 more time, breathing in, opening the heart, energy flowing up from your hips, and exhale. Coming back into that yielding vinyasa, bending and stretching one leg then the other. You might feel you can go a little bit deeper. Some of you may want to flex at the ankle, otherwise keep it higher up. You can go quicker or slower. Listen to your body, let your breath guide you. So we're moving to the back of the mat, so you might not be able to see me, don't worry. We're going to do the same thing in this. First of all, finding our dragon pose, your left knee to the floor, maybe taking your right foot a bit wider, allowing the hips to sink down to create that space, and lifting your right arm up, finding the extension and rotation through your back, heart open to the sky. And those big circles then with the right arm. Inhale as the arm comes around and up towards the sky. And then exhale, release. 2 more times. So as you open that heart, pushing up through the back of the sternum, creating space in the chest. Don't be afraid to follow with your eyes. The last one, gazing upwards, opening, and releasing. Hands to the floor, step back into downward dog. You'll have your back to me now, walking your dog, pedaling through the feet, legs hopefully feeling a bit warmer. And lifting the left leg up towards the sky, sweeping it forward between the hands. Pivot to the long end of your mat, toes turning out, yielding vinyasa. And if you're feeling a bit stronger, you can do this with the hands into prayer position. Some of you may still be able to get low down and shift gracefully from one side to the other. You may need your hands still on the floor for support, or higher up, hands onto thighs. You've got all of the options. Explore what's suitable for you today. And then walking around to the top of your mat and stepping back into plank. Lower the knees, the chin, the chest. Come all the way down onto your tummy. Take the hands wider than your mat, a little bit further forward and into dragon's claw, the fingertips to the floor. If this becomes uncomfortable, you can lower the hands. Shoulders away from your ears, push the lower body into the mat. Inhale, lifting up into cobra. We'll dance our cobra today. Maybe a little sway. You can ripple through your spine, move up and down, looking around. So don't be afraid to move your head here, wiggle your shoulders, whatever your music is, whether that be music that you're playing or music in your head. Finding different patterns that your body and breath can take you through. Loosening up. So our sacral chakra, housed in our hips, is energy center for creativity. We can be more creative when we explore different options, different pathways. Settling back down to your mat. Hands under shoulders. Tuck the toes, push up into tabletop and then back into devotional. Lifting the hips up into downward facing dog. Walk the dog, send life into the legs. And lifting the right leg up towards the sky. Sweep it through between the hands. This time we'll come up into a high lunge position. Put a little bend in the back leg. So you draw the tailbone down, squeeze the buttocks. Feel this stretch through the front of the hip. Make sure you can still see your front toes, but maybe bending a little bit deeper. Push into the heel of the foot and feel the sit bone pulling back. Your hips square to the front of your mat. Legs working hard, core working hard. We'll circle the arms. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale as the arms come down. Inhale, shoulder blades moving down to lift the arms up. Exhale, shoulder blades squeezing together. One more time. Bringing the hands down to the floor. Stepping back into plank. Lower knees, chin, chest. As you breathe out. Inhale, coming forward to the cobra pose. Shoulders down. Exhale, pushing straight back into downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky. Sweep it forward between the hands. Coming up into your high lunge, softening the back knee, squaring the hips, switching on your core, switching on the buttock on that right side, grounding through your feet. Your weight is moving down through the center, and then we're lifting up through the torso. Big arm circles with your breath, breathing in and breathing out, massaging into the heart space, heart energy line running through your arms, your shoulders, chest. So opening up that, so we've got a little bit of heat through the hips, that energy traveling up. One more time. And then releasing the hands down to the floor, stepping back into plank. You may want to take full chaturanga up dog. If not, stay with the knees, chin, chest in the cobra as we come through your vinyasa. And exhale back into downward dog. Lifting your right leg up towards the sky, sweeping it forward between the hands. Coming back up into your high lunge. Kick the back heel away, bring the hands into prayer. Keeping length through your waist as you hinge forward. And then rotating, massaging around the middle of your back. Left elbow can come down, or forearm if elbow is too much. And rotate around to the right side. Right shoulder down away from your ear, using this prayer position to maintain the top line. If you feel a little bit squashed around your neck or a little bit too rounded in your back, haven't got the space, then use your forearm, left forearm, and then massage around the middle. Right hand can still, thumb can still press into sternum, and we have a long space between the shoulders and the neck, and that massage around the middle. Legs are working hard. And untwist on your inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor, lower your left knee to the floor, moving your right ankle across into pigeon pose. Active through the foot, doesn't have to be flexed if your foot is back here, but spread the toes and send the energy out to the side. Pull back with the right sit bone, lengthening that left leg away from you. Start to come forward. We can begin with the dragon's claw like we did in our dancing cobra. Lengthening through the waist, softening through the shoulders, maybe taking a few ripples up and down with your breath, just to ease into the pose. Keeping a sense of movement. Settling down, we'll just rest here for a couple of breaths. And coming back up onto your hands, draw that right foot in towards your pelvis and open to the long end of your mat. Sit bones are on the floor now. Left leg still extended out, flexing at the ankle there. Paravita Janushasana, lifting the right arm up and sliding down your extended leg. You might just get to here and that's fine. Some of you may bind your left foot, first two fingers around your big toe. You can take that right arm up and over, or you may want to lift it up and press it back into a little heart opener. Rooting down through the right sit bone, lengthening out of the hip and into the side of the body. Take a few deep breaths here. And then inhale, lifting back up. Bring the right hand down behind you. Push the right shin into the floor, lifting the hips up into a baby wild thing. Open hips, open heart. Enjoying that little lift of energy. releasing back down, bringing your hands to the top of your mat and coming into plank pose. Exhale, lower, either full or half chaturanga. Inhale, either up dog or cobra. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Lifting your left leg up to the sky, sweeping it forward between the hands, coming up into your high lunge, lengthening, bringing hands into heart. We've got it all on the other side. Folding forward, continue to lengthen the waist, twisting around the midline, so keeping back of the head in line with the tailbone, nose in line with your big toe. You can take either elbow or forearm to the thigh. Push this left knee out slightly. If you're a bit tight in the hip, it might be rolling in. You can always take your stance a bit wider for a little bit more balance. Core engaged, belly pulling in, open heart. Chin towards the throat, so lengthening into the back of the neck. And keep breathing, that's the hardest part. One more breath. Use your next inhale to untwist, hands to the floor, lower the right knee, moving your left ankle across for pigeon. You might need slightly different angle of the knee and foot, depending on how the hip is feeling on this side. Extending the back leg out behind you, finding those dragon claws, lengthening the waist, so coming forwards as you lower. Inhaling to lift. Again, finding your rhythm that works for you. Go a little quicker or slower than I am. And we'll settle down, taking a few breaths here to rest. And coming back up onto your hands, sitting your sit bones to the floor as you draw your left heel in towards your pelvis, opening to the long end of your mat for Pravrita Shasana. Right arm sliding inside your right leg and left arm reaching up. Or you can take it over, but we're trying to keep the heart towards the sky today, so a slight rotation around the middle like you did in your twisty lizards, rooting down through the left sit bone, sending that left knee away, still creating space into the hip. One more deep breath here. Inhale, lift yourself up, left hand behind you, left shin to the floor, sweeping up into your baby wild thing. Enjoying that openness. And releasing pressing that down, lowering the left hip to the floor. Keep your left leg where it is and bring your right leg round. You can help it round with your hands, coming into shoelace. So your knees are stacked one on top of the other. If this feels like you can't quite get there, then you can straighten that left leg out in front of you, coming into our half shoelace position. If you are happy to keep both legs bent, the knees are stacked, sit bones pushing back and down, and then we'll gently fold forward. This is our yin pose part of the practice now, so a soft natural curve to your back. You might just be here and that's fine. The more you let go, your weight will take you a bit deeper, allowing yourself to find stillness in the pose. Focus on your breath. Take one more breath here. Inhale, lifting up, hands wide behind you to unravel your legs, feet to the floor, and gently window wiper, knees one way, head and shoulders the other, massaging into your hips before we do the other side. So when we come on to the other side, it will be your left leg on top. Again, you may want to have that bottom leg straight if you're able to bend it. And take the full pose. And when you're settled, sit bones towards the back of your mat and soft curves through your spine as you rest downwards. It might feel different. One side always going to feel more comfortable than the other. That's okay. Might not be the most pleasant sensations, but as long as you're not in pain, you can stay here and breathe into the pose. Try to find that stillness. The hips can be stubborn, storing a lot of old stuff, old emotional stuff there that might be hindering our creativity and sense of moving forwards and exploring. So be patient with yourself, each breath letting go a little bit more, creating space. And gently start to feel yourself back up. Hands behind you, unraveling your legs, returning to those gentle window wipers. And back to center, bringing the soles of the feet together into butterfly, holding it around your shins, ankles, feet or toes. Lengthening the spine, and as you hinge forward, think more about the forward action of the body and the outward action of the knees, and start to notice that space, allowing you to fold in deeper. If your arms rest onto your legs, you can add some gentle encouragement. We don't want to be forcing them down, but just a little bit of awareness there might bring some release into the inner thighs. Stay for a couple more breaths. Gently coming back up. Keeping your legs in this butterfly position, you can use your hands. You might want to take feet a little bit further away or closer into your pelvis. See what feels comfortable as you come down. And using your arms to lower yourself down into Supta Baddha Konasana. So again, if your lower back isn't comfortable, experiment with your feet being closer or further away to allow some length and space for the lower back. If you want to cushion under your knees for a bit of support, so this is a restorative pose, so you might feel that you can relax if you're gripping and holding on a little bit. You might feel that you can relax a little bit more if you've got something to support under the knees. If you don't have any props, you can just create a little fist with your hands and use those to support underneath. You might prefer to rest your hands onto your legs or your hips. Where our hand goes, our mind goes. Where our mind goes, the energy flows. And just resting your arms to the floor, palms facing up. Allowing the back, the shoulders to rest. The whole body relaxing. Take a big breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Oh, maybe a little yawn or sigh. Start to find a more natural flow of breath. Body becoming a little heavier. Letting go. Less is more in a reclining butterfly. Stay here just for a little bit longer. Next breath in, you can use your hands to help you bring your knees together and walk the feet to the outer edge of your mat into constructive rest. It's just nice for the hips to get a little bit of internal rotation here for a moment. And still relaxing, back of the pelvis spreading into the floor.